Hi students, my name is Shyamal Kapadia and I am going to tell you how to crack the ICSE exam in 90 days, and it is going to be very beneficial for you all. Are you seeing the results? They have not come just by hard work but also by smart work. And that's what we are intended to do right now. Now, it is not that difficult to get that as a score, or probably much more than that. You can do it. We all can do it together. But the first piece of advice from my side is stop listening to all the other advices, right? Stop listening to it. Just focus on what I'm saying and implement it in your life. The first thing which you do is take a pen and a paper right now. Right now, you're going to do this assignment now with me. First, write down the subjects which you have opted for in your examination of 10th standard. For example, my students usually take these as subjects. I tell them to write down and jot it down on a paper, and they write it in this order. They write maths because they love it. I have taught them. First, they write math. Then they write science, in which there are bifurcations: physics, chemistry, biology. Then I make them write English, also language, literature. They write Hindi for those who have taken Hindi. If you have taken some other language as a subject, you write that down. Right. And after that, we have social studies. So guys, these are basic subjects, and then they have elective as a subject in ICSE. Elective, home science, arts, PE, physical education, many of them are possible. Many arenas you have. And I tell them to write down the marks. They are 100 marks each. So if you sum it up, guys, if you add it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's a 600 mark paper. You have 600 marks, 90 days, 3 months in your hand. In order to get a 90 plus percentage, can I say I want 540 out of 600, and that is going to fetch me a bare minimum 90. However, you should aim for more. Think big. So before this, you think two things. First, you can do it. And think big. Keep your dreams big. Don't be restricted to 90. Always think, if you're a 90 student, think of 95. If you're a 95 student, think of 100. You're not going to lose. Don't think low. Don't think less in life. Think big in life. If you think positive, things will come out to be positive. Second thing is, don't ever think, will I be able to achieve this? No. You have to achieve this. It's not an option I'm giving you. It's an ultimatum I'm giving you. Now, 90%, so your target, your goal should be minimum 540. So I will say this is going to be the lower limit. You are not going to go below this at all. Fine. Now, which of them are scoring subjects? First, we are looking at the analysis. Then I will tell you the study plan, right? Analysis, math scoring, English language scoring, Hindi scoring. Nowadays, generation things have changed. Social studies and elective scoring. Now, where a person is going to be hit a bit is in literature. And of course, some of them, no, most of them are going to be hit in science. Because they always say, sir, few of them, sir, I love physics, I love bio, but chem reactions are weak. Or, sir, I love chem and I love physics, but biology is a lot of by-hearting stuff, so I don't like it. So you know what? Students, where they are hit hard is, each of them is 100 marks. They like 2, they neglect 1. So basically the average rules down. No problem. No problem at all. How can we function and work on this now? How can we fix it up? Maths, a bare minimum of, let's say, 93. Science, a bare minimum of, let's say, 87. I'm talking about the worst condition. Getting 87 is not a big thing. Come on. After the study plan, which I'm going to share with you all. This is the lower limit. Trust me, lower. You can't go below this. Language, you can easily score a 95 plus. Literature, something around 85, that might suffice. Hindi, easily you can score a 94 plus. SS a 93 plus. Elective a 95 plus. Come on, you just add it up. You just add it up. Trust me, this total is going to exceed 540. So where you need to be cautious are the sciences and the literature. These are going to be the hit areas, right? So this should be something like your plan up, right? First thing. Now, if you sum up the chapters, it is going to be definitely 150 plus chapters, and you have 90 days in your hand, right? So how do you plan it? Along with school, along with your tuitions if you go there, yeah? No one talks about these areas, do they? Whenever you see any of... No, they don't. They don't talk about these things. We need to manage everything with school, with tuitions, with writing papers, board questions, everything. That's what we are going to look at my video right now. Before that, I just spoke few minutes back about 150 chapters plus. Let's be a bit more precise and work on that. If you talk about mathematics, guys, about maths, oh, come on. We have 25 chapters. About physics, we have 12 chapters. About chemistry, if you talk about practical chemistry, 7A, 7B, 7C, 7D, the hydrochloric acid and all those, I count it as 12 chapters. If you talk about biology, you have approximately 16 chapters. English, however, I cannot put into proper chapters and all, but you can talk about poems, you can talk about the prose, and you can talk about Merchant of Venice. The 3 sections in English can't be divided into chapters fruitfully. If you talk about Hindi, again you have stories, poems, and grammar. What we call it as Sahitya Sagar and all, right? So we have poems. Again, I can't divide them into chapters. I'm sorry. You have stories and you have grammar. Talking about social studies, that's also a big thing which we need to encounter. We have geography. Geography, the most important is topography, which is map work. Then we have around 9 chapters starting from climate and ending, okay, to the last chapter. Approximately 9 chapters. Now, most of the schools, most of the tutorials, they don't do these 9 chapters. They make you all do around 5 to 6 chapters only, because the other 3 always can be left as options. But we are going to plan in such a way that you should be able to crack all 9 of them. Come on, we have time. We have 90 days. Tables turn in 2 days, even in 1 day. 90 days are huge, right? Come on. Talking about geography, then talking about history. I'll just put it out here. Look, so many things. Okay, if I talk about history, let's put it out here, guys. History, we have 15 chapters. Civic, we have 5 chapters. Elective, I won't talk about because everyone has different elective as a subject, right? That can be given a bare minimum time and still can be cracked nicely. Now, if you amalgamate all of them, yeah, 25, 12, 12, approximately 49 plus 16, 65. 65 and 20, how much? 85. 85 and 9, 94. Map, right? Plus poem, prose, MOV, stories. That's how approximately I spoke 150, but somewhere around that range. Let's right now, if you check, there are around 10 poems, there are around 10 prose, out 6 big stories, humongous, right? So if you plan it this way, let's count. We have around 120 to 130 chapters, approximately. Approx. Because we cannot make an exact calculation about these things. And we have 90 days, yes. So can I keep it simple? 1.5 chapter per day. Yeah, that can be divided beautifully. So if you plan out from the month of November, then you have December and you have January. We shall be encountering the board exam in the month of February. So this is gonna be the day, the D-Day for us, the day. Okay, approximately 20th February. That's what I'm counting for. So we have 3 months, 90 days and 20 more days in February. That's like buffer. I always, never work in buffer days. 20 buffer days. Now buffer, what do you mean by buffer days? I'm doing nothing. If I have fallen ill for 2-3 days, then I can pull it out here. If I have to go out somewhere for a family function, it's Diwali coming, yeah, I need to go out with my family, I can pull in out here, right? So 20 days I'm not gonna catch, I'm not gonna count out here. It's just these 3 months I have to encounter. Hey, come on, yeah, come on. The entire year you haven't studied, and now also you want to give me an alibi, you want to give me an excuse that please let me take an off for these 3 months. That's not done, na guys, that's not done, right? So at least these 3 months, work hard, show it to the people that what can't be done in a year can also be done in 3 months. That's the level of motivation you should have. 3 months, I'm not going to take any excuses from you all though. Alright, so can I say, simple, 1.5 chapter per day. And always take 1.5 chapter in such a way that it's not from the same subject. For instance, if I take one chapter of maths, take a big chapter. Along with that one chapter, you can take a poem of English, of course. Next day, I took one chapter of physics and I took civics. Third day, I took one chapter of chemistry, I took half chapter of geography. It's boring. Geography teachers, nothing hard and fast, okay, nothing personal regards or any grudges with y'all, but I find it boring, let me put it that way. So I can say that with one whole chapter of a subject, you can mix up the other half chapter of the other subject. Now that's easy, Okay, wait, it's not over. Apart from this, I want you to solve one board paper every day. That should be the key role to your success. People do not get 90% just by solving the chapters or just by learning the chapters. No! One board paper a day is a must. I want you to solve at least 10 board papers of each subject every day. That should be along with the preparation. Trust me, take my words. Every year, the majority of the questions will be repeated from the previous year's board paper. Not because they are trying, the alumni is trying to copy and cut paste. No, because there are no questions left out. If you solve 10 years of board papers or probably more if you get time, trust me, majority of the stuff is going to be repeated from the previous year's board papers because there are no questions left out. They have covered the entire syllabus, entire journey has been decided, all the questions have been already put up. So few questions are going to be new, application based, but majority are going to be reiterated from the previous years. So I can say out of 90 marks on an average in a particular subject, 60 marks, getting 65 marks approx is very easy because it's going to be a repetition of the board papers. So can I say a 60-65 I have already secured as of now. I need to just work for that extra 20, that edge which I want. That's why board papers, you have to by heart it. Trust me, I tell my students word to word you need to by heart the board papers. So now if you talk about 10 board papers of each subject, you have 5 subjects. I'm not counting elective as of now. 5 subjects, 10 board papers. Come on, how much? 50. Oh, you can solve more also. If you can crack 15 board papers right from 2005 to 2019. Count 15 board papers. 15 into 5, 75. Done. Your life is set. Trust me. So I want you to, if you can maximize on this, this is the most crucial, the most crucial. If you can maximize it to 15 board papers into 5 subjects, come on, you are solving 75 papers and it should be pit pat, word to word, point to point. Tell your mother, tell your brother or any sibling to have a take up. They can ask you oral. You just ratta marofa, you just by heart it. Of course you understand, but you by heart it also, because me as a maths and a science teacher, our subjects are technical. Technical means there are certain words which have to be involved in the answer, else you're not going to get marks. So you have to be very precise while writing an answer to the question, especially in maths and science. Second thing is, so we are done with 75 board papers, classy. In 90 days, 1 board paper per day, still you have 15 days left. Come on, buffer. Yes, so you have 75 board papers, you are preparing only 1.5 chapter per day. Now that comes so smooth and beautiful. Now you will say, sir, this sounds awesome. But what happens if school keeps an exam? Yeah, nice question. These are questions kids ask me. That, sir, your plan is stupendous. It gives us motivation, privilege to be heard about all these things. But what if 2 demons come between? Let's see those demons. Not demons, but they are hitches in life. Hitches in my plan. Hitch number 1, school exam. School exam comes in the month of January, prelims, what we call it as. And the second hitch is attending school, which majority of the school are open. They run compulsory attendance up till the month of December end at least. So attendance problem. So now tell me one thing, 2 months you need to attend school. You just get January as a complete off. How will you manage all these things between a school exam and with attending school as well, along with your tuitions? Let's see that. First, just go through this. At least 1 board paper per day is a must. So I will say at least 1 board paper per day. I am going to take into consideration 5 subjects. Elective, not now, not as of now, right? That can be taken care of later in the buffer days also. So now, if I say, if by chance, right from 2005 up till 2019, all right, if you can solve the paper, this sums up to nearly 15 papers. Now, if you solve per subject 1 paper a day, just 1 paper per day, you can take Monday maths, Tuesday physics, Wednesday history, and so on. Let me guess, there are 5 subjects, right? There are 5 subjects. So 15 papers into 5, tell me, wouldn't that be 75 papers? And with 75 papers, come on, you have 90 days. Obviously, that's manageable. So guys, what are you going to do? You have to work on 3 things in a day. First, 1.5 chapter per day. Let me put or divide it further. 1 chapter of subject. Second, half chapter of another subject, and 1 board paper thoroughly. You need to make it by heart, because trust me, with board papers, you're going to get that confidence. Majority of the questions, as I say, of the current year or the next year, the following years, will be a repetition of the previous year board papers. Not because the alumni, the moderators who set the paper, they want to cut paste. No, it's not that. That's not the case. There are no questions left out to be asked. Everything has already been covered in a span of 15 years. So where will we get the new questions from? when I give papers to my kids as assignments, my prelims, it's nothing but an amalgamation of board papers, few my application based, but those are few. Majority of them have been taken from the board papers or some prelim papers from the schools, right? Because there is nothing much left to be asked now, right? So guys, board papers is only the key to success along with the preparation. You need to crack 15 board papers per subject. It is a must. Trust me. Out of 80 marks paper, if you have a 100 mark paper, let's put it 100. 60 to 70 marks is going to be a repetition of the previous year's board paper. So we need to just work out on the remnant, the remaining 30. And I don't think out of 30 getting 20 is much difficult. 70 plus 20, target achieved, right? Now, there are two hitches in my plan. No, they're not hitches by me. They are environmental hitches which are going to be affected by me. The first hitch, no one talks about this, no one. People give you this beautiful knowledge, not even this. Some stupid knowledge, some really, I've seen people talk about be confident, don't panic. When you see the question, face it. Start studying from now. Arey, what? Start studying from now. You didn't study the entire year. You're going to start studying from now. God is going to come and tell you all these things. Nonsense. Start studying from now. Write answers neatly. Underline the keywords. Arey, everyone knows these things. Tell me something new. Yeah, I'm not interested in all this crap. We know all these things. We all know it is inbuilt. What is so new in that? All these things are new. The calculation. You have to be calculative in life. You can't just enter into the field and fight. Be confident, courageous, bold, strong. I am there. I will do it. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You need to plan out the things. This is the plan. And the two hitches, the two demons in my plan, I wouldn't say demons, but the two obstacles in my plan are, first, no one talks about this. Have you thought, what if school is working during November and December month? Because majority of the schools are functioning in those 2 months. So which school, how are you gonna manage this? Second, the second hitch is, what if in the month of January, it's a time of common school prelim exams? So, sir, we study for prelims or we go with this plan? So guys, how to tackle these two hindrances? Let's work on that. Let's work on this now. The first obstacle, which is the timings. If you happen to have school, it's going to be somewhere up till approx 3 p.m. So guys, up till 3 p.m., you're going to be at school. Now, you have the time from 4 up till, let's say, 10 p.m. Alright, because most of the students want an 8 hour of sleep. So fine, I expect you all to have that also. Now from 4 to 10 p.m., right, you need to distribute your arena into 3 parts. The first one is 1 chapter, half chapter, and 1 board paper. 1 board paper will take you approximately 2 hours to, some papers may take you 2.5 hours. I expect 2 hours. Half a chapter, depending on how much proficient you are with the subject. Now, I always tell kids, take 1 chapter, which is very difficult, along with a simple one. Or a simple one with a half difficult one. That difficult level you have to judge, because the level of preparation which you have done for that chapter, you only can decide. But it has to be a combination of a difficult and a very easy to balance the situation. Don't take too difficult and screw it, right? So approximately, right, you can take a 2 hours out here and a 1 hour out here. That sums up to approx 5 hours. So basically in school, right, 2 hours, 1 hour and 2 hours, 5 hours out of, you can't study from 4 to 10 continuously. You can take breaks also, obviously, right? With this, you can take breaks also. So out of 6 hours which you have, you need to utilize 5 hours of your in studies. 1 hour spare you have, you can take a 2 hours plus a 15-minute break plus 1 hour, a half an hour break, and then 2 hours. Right? That's how you prepare yourself. Okay. Also in school, right from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. you have time. There will be free lectures. School might have completed with the portion. That's the moment where you have more than 6 hours where you can also do one of these things. So that's a bonus. I'm not counting that. I'm not counting the school duration of 6 to 7 hours. I am not counting anything after 10 hours. So much of time you'll have. This is just a constraint I have added. Still it's manageable. Now, the second hitch. So we have learned how to get over one of the hitches. Second hitch, the prelim exam is going to appear in the month of January, first week of January. It lasts for approximately 15 days. Perfect. Now this it suits my plan also. It's a setup with my plan. You remember I spoke about 75 papers, 15 into 5, and we have 90 days. So come on, 90 days, 75 papers, 1 paper per day. Can I say 15 days I have buffer days? Guys, those buffer days are actually prelims. So in those 15 days also, can I say you are going to write more papers. You are going to write more papers. But you are not going to write papers at home. You will be writing those papers under pressure in school. And that will actually test your preparation. And obviously, before the school exam in January, you must have already written more than 8 papers per subject. So you are even prepared for the school exam in that circumstance. And the best part is, in our plan, we've solved 15 papers per subject. We have given the prelim exams under pressure with the preparation properly, and still, in the month of February, we are left out with approximately 20 buffer days. What to be done in these 20 days now? Go through your mistakes. That's it. Go through all the mistakes, the papers which you have solved. Whenever you don't get any answer correct, encircle it with a red pen. That means it is a highlighter, that when you come back in the month of February, the mistakes which you have made should be rectified. Because most of the students, what they do is, they write a paper, they check it, they have their, we always say, let your mom check the paper at the end. It should be word to word from the book. There are solution books out there, right? And definitely, after checking, when something is erroneous, you can encircle it with red pen. And that's the actual learning moment. People neglect it. We wrote the paper. So we've written 75 papers. Awesome. Claps. But have you rectified your mistakes? That's more important. So at the end, in those 20 buffer days, wherever you have gone erroneous, you need to correct it and learn it. And that's going to be the learning moment. So we have eventually solved papers, we have revised, we have given prelims, we have done the rectification of our mistakes. You have covered up everything. Those 3 months, trust me, you have a lot of time. You have it. You can utilize the time in school. You can utilize the time up till 12. Come on, you can stretch it. Now you have not studied the entire year. This can be stretched till 12 also. 12 a.m. I would rather say. It's in the night. Yeah, so you can stretch it, obviously. And you can wake up at 6. 6 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep is enough. 9 hours, you get morose throughout the day. Never sleep for 8 to 9 hours. 6, 7 is perfect at the time of exam. And second thing is, you have got everything into your pocket. Okay. So guys, this was the entire layout. The actual plan which you're going to implement. I know this. Right? So guys, all the best for the exam, the upcoming exam, the board exam. And we have our website. Do visit our website, which is www.grassrooteducare.com, and go through the website, go through the revision lectures, All right, and we have many prelim papers with solutions for y'all as well. And definitely for revision, if you feel that these things might not be much possible by yourselves, we are always there. I and my team is always there to support you all, because we have our crash course which we have designed specially for the students to crack ICS exam in 90 days, right? So you can definitely go through the website, go through few of the revision lectures, and definitely look forward to buying our lectures. So guys, if you like what I speak, do like, subscribe and share my videos. See you then back at my videos.